回して。はい。6000円ぐらい。ボニート、ジャパニーズカツオ、ジャストソイソース。ワイングラス、ワイングラス。ジャパニーズサラダ。ジャパニーズサラダ。
2番さん、お次の席を。
はい。はい。OK。はい。はい。 はい。
はい、出した。よし。
じゃあ、中途。中途。Very fast.はい、じゃあね。 1 week age. 1 week age. Rest of the days. Sawana.
Just extra fish.
Tokyo Sushi traditional fish. Thank you very much. This fish, deep sea fish. from Baku Theatre. Next one from Hamanaka. Yes. Soup, kombu mori. Area different.
Yes.
Ah, そうだ。インサイドアナゴ寿司朝卵焼き。What is that? Powerful are you? Ouch. Ouch. Green job. Japan's ouch.
Thank you, Sushi Akira, for the lovely meal. Now it's time for my rating to see if it's worth the travel. With the appetizers, they're quite yummy with a gentle flavor. None stood out to me, but if I had to choose, I enjoyed the ankimo and spot prawn the most. As for the sushi, it was all very much in line with the appetizers, most of them featuring a subtle flavor. Even with the selection of seafood, it seems like Chef Meiwa favors light flavors, since most of the nigiri consists of shiromi, which means whitefish. I quite enjoy this selection as it differentiates him from other sushiyas that doesn't use as much whitefish. One highlight of whitefish is that I got to try one that I never had before, the blue-gray snapper, which was quite interesting. Also, even with his aging techniques, charcoal grilling, and use of red vinegar, the omakase was not heavy and felt quite refreshing. So I rate the food a 4.5. For the service, Chef Meiwa is quite friendly and smiles frequently, especially when we start drinking together. The staff are all very nice and helpful, explaining the upcoming fish with an iPad that shows the Japanese and English names of the fish, along with an image of the whole fish. I'm not sure if they do that for locals during dinner service, because I was only able to secure the lunch service open for tourists. Surprisingly, most openings for tourists tend to be more lively and loud, but during my visit, everyone was very respectable and spoke softly, which allowed us to enjoy and focus on the flavors of the food more. The service is a 5. The restaurant is located near Ibisu, a stylish Tokyo neighborhood known for its relaxed ambiance, trendy izakayas, and lively nightlife scene. With a short 15-minute walk, you can visit the Yabisu Garden Place and the Tokyo Photographic Art Museum. The location is a 5. The omakase is 49,500 yen, which is roughly $330. This includes the 80,000 yen Tabayao reservation fee as well, making it 2.7 for the price. The overall rating is 4.3, which makes it worth international travel. So it doesn't matter where you're traveling from, Sushi Akira is worth the visit. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.